Whatever happened to a mother's love? No candy. Cause child, with a mama like Tokyo Toni, who needs enemies?
Let's talk about it.
Shawty, come and swing my way. We ain't gotta waste no time now, baby. Put that all in my face. I just wanna bump and grind on you, on you, on you. Want you on my face, so shawty, come and swing my way.
Listen, I know y'all want to get to the tea, and baby, we will. But for those of y'all that's been like, baby, my name is Santana. I only been on YouTube since I was 26. It started off going telling stories about my girl, it's time for a channel update. Now, I tell y'all all the time that I read through each and every one of y'all comments, and you'll know that I did because I either heard it or reply to it. But with that being said, I've been listening to the girls. Sky, you should do live reviews. I would so cancel Zeus and just watch shows with you. Sky, what about now that's TV shows? Sky, I love your music. I love to see more and know about your behind the scenes process. Well, girl, guess what? Sky got you. Now, full transparency, everybody and their mama know Sky don't work for free. And a lot of the extra content that y'all want, of course, I'm not able to do it on YouTube for obvious reasons like copyright. I'm sure we all remember that watch along I tried to do on YouTube, you know, a Baddies East reunion before they shut that all the way down. Hey, Bree at ZeusNetwork.com, how are you? So listen, I just want to be able to offer that content for y'all, but it will have to be behind a paywall over on patreon.com/ScottSantana. Now, I get it. Half of us don't know where our next check coming from. Hell, we don't even know if we still going to be alive a month from now to enjoy the content posted. Hello, America. How are you? So what I've done is rework my Patreon and adjusted the tiers to offer more bang for your buck by trying to make it as affordable as possible, starting at $7. I'm offering everything from watch-alongs to fight breakdowns to rating Daddy's OnlyFans content. Hello, Natalie, Scotty, how are you? And you know, music, writing, recording sessions, vlogs. Listen, anything that could get this channel shut down, we just gonna try and put it on over there. Clock it. All I ask is that you head on over to patreon.com/ScottSantana. You know, take a good look at each tier, see what interests you and what you're able to afford, and support your girl so she can get to the bag like Miss Natalie Nye. Aligning Souls is back. It's a spirituality channel where I used to do tarot and astrology videos, and you know what? I decided to bring that channel back full time so that this channel can remain an entertainment only channel, and we can kind of keep like the topics separate. Like I said, I'm just trying to get to the bag like Natalie. I'ma still be posting my regularly scheduled YouTube content, but just know this, baby. If you're not a Patreon member, then you only gonna be getting half the tea. Okay? Nah, enough of me rambling, child. I think we made it past the part that was needed to get this video monetized, child. Nah, YouTube keep going. Let's get into it.
I want people to have fun. Let's kick back. Let's get into a little tea. Let's not get too crazy, but let's enjoy the sip.
Clock that tea. But let's get to the chi-chi, the kiki, the internet bull.
This black ass nigga that's about to come out to fuck my daughter. I want to hear about it. Who? So he said.
Well, I tried to get him to fuck my daughter's place.
Ooh. Let's bring out the game. Bring your ass out here.
Come on, baby.
We have a very special guest today, y'all.
Bring out the game with the good big dick.
Yeah,
I heard
love fucking
good
about a mama.
Good.
Yeah, baby. They told us not to look in your eyes, but I see you got them shades on.
Big back,
Big back.
That back.
Stole me off.
Yeah, you doing them laterals.
You thicker off the internet, huh?
Huh? Not no shake, no hand, nigga.
You said he had to crash.
You kiss my hand,
You got
nigga.
me fucked up.
Look.
I ain't kissing no motherfucker.
I ain't standing up for no niggas either.
I ain't asked you to.
Or a hug. But anyway, keep it moving. How tall are you?
I'm about 6'5".
Ow.
You put a little weight on, huh, Toni?
No, I've been this way. All my motherfucking life,
You ain't
nigga.
been that thick.
Always been this thick.
I heard you talking about me.
Always.
I love staying on your mind.
Ciao, what's going on, y'all? It's Santana, aka Chi. And we are back for another. Let's talk about it, cause child, we got to talk about it. That little Zeus video that I did is still going up. It's still going up. It's still going up. And I wasn't expecting that many people to honestly tune in. And the number's probably gonna fall after the show like goes off. Well, I mean, once the show comes back on next week, we shall see. But you know, the numbers is going up because everybody, I guess, was looking for the episode to try and figure out, oh, what was Toni saying? You know, what was going on? And Chad, we had to talk about it, okay? Because Tokyo Toni was doing the most. Carlissa was doing the most. Okay, what's her name? Tia Kemp was doing the most. Okay, and I got names for all of them. Okay, Tokyo, the Toni Minaj Braxton. Okay, the Braxton Minaj, and then we got Carlissa, aka Blueface. Daughter mama. And then we got Tia Kemp, aka Rick Flosser. Okay, because she thin as ever. And she's literally the female version of Rick Ross. But child, we got to get into it because apparently Tokyo Toni is getting a lot of backlash, as she should be. And she decided to come out and give her 2 cents of her opinions. You know, if you did not catch the pleasures of watching the show along with us over on Patreon, then please go ahead and subscribe over there because we did watch it as a family. I did a watch along. I gave my live commentary. It was a live roasting gag. It was cute. Then I came on over to YouTube to, you know, do my review of it. And the episode was wild. It was wild from start to end, like literally in this screenshot right here. I feel like this is the perfect screenshot for the episode because the way that they kept touching him, and even though it was really more so Carlissa and Tia Kemp that kept touching him, he kept his eyes and his attention on Tokyo Toni the entire time. And that would have been okay had we not discovered that the game had already smashed the Blac Chyna. Yeah, y'all. And then at some point, Blueface daughter mama ended up asking the game, okay, JCR, aka Joystick. They ended up asking him, does it make him feel weird to go after a mother and a daughter? And he was like, no, I don't feel weird at all. Blac Chyna was catching a lot of strays, y'all. A lot of strays. And it's crazy because right now she's on the College Hill new season. So she's trying to show that she's a new person, you know, that she's Angela now, and how she's turning over a new leaf, turning her life to God, you know, just trying to do her best to live a better life. Okay, so she say. Okay, it's been at least like a year or two now, so maybe it's not an act after all. But she's trying her best to turn over a new leaf, and I don't know, maybe the game and her mama just brought her right back into the dark side, child. But we're going to get into all of that once y'all go and like the video.
These bitches is washed. Shying the soap and these rides ain't involved. They saying shit sits out in mama's garage. They hate to see that a bitch finally on top. Stop. Keep watching my social media. Changing my Wikipedia. This trending to the top 10 tedious. I won't stop from video. Who got the trench? Who got the wrench? Who got the weed? And they all going up for me. I'm tryna party, let's get naughty. Twerk your body, work this party. I'm tryna party, let's get naughty. Twerk your body, work this party. Who got the trench? Who got the wrench? Who got the weed? And they all going up for me. I'm tryna party.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so I just want to go through some of the comments first, just so y'all can get a brief kind of idea of how people was feeling. So the game in Tokyo Toni so corny for talking about China. Blac Chyna seemingly reacts to Tokyo Toni revealing she slept with the game. Oh, okay. So we're going. So let me go ahead and say that so we can get to that too. Okay. The fact that Tokyo Toni is trying to F the game, knowing good and well her daughter done F'd him, is crazy to me. MFers ain't got no type of home training, old, messy, just nasty. The game said, I know prefer is a big word for you, and Tokyo Toni just laughed. Listen, why was the game serving Tokyo Toni the entire time? Tokyo Toni kept flirting with the game. Tokyo Toni being ready to F the game because her daughter said it was good just throws me off. Like, what type of weird issues going on? Because Tokyo Toni wanted all the smoke for the game when she thought he was bad mouthing her daughter. When he said her daughter had good CUDA, all that stopped, and she spent the rest of the interview trying to F him. Pure jealousy. So y'all kind of get the gist of what the people had to say, okay, when it came to this whole episode, and more specifically when it came to Tokyo Toni trying to F the game on camera. So this is Tokyo Toni's response.
Hey, good morning. So y'all seen the show. Let me break something down. Bitch is TV. I'm a whole married bitch to Marcellus honey. We all sat and watched it last night, and it was funny. However, it's amazing how you slut bucket nobody ass bitches worried about me cocking a leg up, but you didn't worry about him calling me names. You didn't worry about him putting a person's name in shit that wasn't there, that you never could prove that you fucked anybody. So make me understand why these jealous ass nobody bitches love to be so invested in me. Bitch, stay invested. Make sure you subscribe to the Zeus Network. Bitch, it gets better than this. You know I am the show. I am motherfucking TV. Go! Act Zeus! They told me. So, at the end of this, they didn't show it. I was kind of baffled why they didn't, since it started off that way. I guess they wanted to keep it cute. But no, he kissed my hand at the end. And hey, gang, it was all in fun, all in TV. That man has a baby on the way. Take notice, when we asked him about his kids or woman, he did not mention it. Pay attention to that part. But he has a fucking new baby on the way. He ain't just get her pregnant yesterday. So it's TV.
So I have a lot to say about that. But first, I do want to go ahead and read, I guess, what started all of this, or what triggered this response from her amongst, the rest of social media. So somebody said, I wouldn't flirt with no man my daughter had relations with. Tokyo says, I'm married and it's TV. You two invested in nothing. Relax. Just watch the show Goofball. Now, because here's the thing. Because I do these watch alongs on Patreon, and because I then come to YouTube to do a review, I don't know where I said it, but I do know I said it. Tokyo Toni is extremely intelligent. Again, I don't know where I clocked the T on either platform, but I know I clocked it. And I'm gonna also say this. Multiple things can be true at once. The game is fun as hell. Anybody would want him. Well, if we're just talking physically, okay? Because once you get into his track record and who he is and how he's programmed and how he, just like all these other ain't-ish ninjas, then it gets complicated. But if we being superficial, the game is very, very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. And so physically, he's attractive, and he's somebody that a lot of people would want. And we obviously learned that he's extremely, extremely sexual and extremely comfortable with his sexuality. Okay. He must have some strong Scorpio placements up in there. Okay. He's very comfortable with his sexuality. So I can definitely understand how people can watch the episode and immediately feel like, nah, Tokyo, you was trying to F that man, because that's exactly what it gave off. The chemistry was just way too strong. Y'all were way too on point with it, and it felt too real. That's exactly what it gave, and that's exactly what it looked like. So I'm not mad at anybody looking at the show and feeling like, no, something's going on here, and clocking the fact that, hey, yeah, like at the end of the day, regardless TV or not, that's still your daughter's ex or ex-fling, and here you are, trying to do the most, okay? And then really do the most, literally not wearing panties and flashing this man your cooch. Now, on the other side of things, right? Because again, two things can be true, y'all. It's not black or white. Life is multifaceted, multicolored. On the other side of things, it is TV. It is Zeus. It is Lamel Pepper's production. They want to sell it. They know exactly who they hired when they hired them. I was the main person screaming from the rooftops that I felt like Jaguar Wright and Kaya should have been added to the show if they were really trying to go there with the shock value and the gag, factor of commentary. And I still kind of feel that way. Tia Kemp definitely serves a purpose, but Carlissa can easily be replaced. She needs to step it up. She needs to fully come into her light and fully be there. If you're going to be, I don't even know what she would be, honestly, because I feel like Tia Kemp is enough of a Cynthia Bailey kind of ride the fence type, that we don't really need Carlissa. We don't need two of those people. Like, we should have two aggressives. We should have a Nene, a Kenya, you know, a villain and a hero, and then somebody that meets in the middle. That's what we should have if it's going to be three people. So Carlissa can go. However, I feel like just from some of the things that I was noticing, and again, I think I more so clocked this in the watch along, but it felt like a Zeus production. It felt like, okay, because, you know, when you're sitting down, you're watching a reality show or a TV show, after watching but so many things, you start to pick up on stuff, right? Like, okay, here's where a plot twist is going to happen. Oh, I bet this is going to happen. Oh, watch, this is going to be the cliffhanger. Or, you know, watch how this happens. And, you know, 9 times out of 10, who is blowing up my phone? It better not be nobody but Mr. And it's not. It's, oh my God. Listen, child. If somebody texts you and you know what? I ain't even gonna bring it up. We're gonna say that for story time. Shout out to y'all, because y'all did tell me that y'all don't mind an audio story time podcast, and good, because that's exactly what y'all probably about to get. Listen. It's just easier to do audios right now. It just is. But back to this. When you watch enough TV shows, reality shows, and movies, you just get hip to certain things. And so as I was doing a watch along on Patreon, notice how I keep plugging Patreon, because for real, like, it really doesn't matter. But as I was doing the watch alongs on Patreon, I was noticing how just certain things felt a little too produced. Like, okay, it's the first episode. We have Tia Kent, we have Tokyo Toni, we have Carlissa. So they're going to bring up their affiliations with celebrities. Okay, Carlissa's Blueface's mother, Tokyo Toni is Blac Chyna's mother, Tia Kemp's the baby mother of Rick Ross. And damn if we did not hear about those three people literally the entire episode. The entire hour, that's all they talked about, was their affiliation to them. And I hope and pray to God that that's not how it's going to be moving forward. But again, I clocked it because, again, when you watch so much of this stuff, you kind of understand how it works. Or if you've ever like done anything creative on your own, you realize that you have to have certain things that you can market. Like, you have to have selling points in order to get people interested. And so, you know, I was just noticing basically all of the hook and reel stuff that was going on during the episode, including when Tokyo, her line of questioning with the game. Tokyo Toni is known to be brass and in your face, and she's going to say the things that people aren't going to say. So I knew to expect that. And, you know, first couple of questions, shocking. But like when it kept being like bomb after bomb after bomb dropping, YouTube, don't try to be petty. Don't try and be petty and demonetize me because I said that. But when Tokyo Toni kept dropping, you know, like heavy load after heavy load, it started feeling like overproduced. It was like, okay, damn, Tokyo, like, we know that your mouth is crazy, but like in real life, are you really sitting there asking somebody back-to-back bangers like that? Like, are you gay? Have you ever been pegged? Have you ever had sex with a trans woman? Okay. Have you ever snitched? What else she asked that man? You know, which baby mother got the best coochie? Okay. Which baby mother was a fail? Which celebrity have you slept with that you felt like had weak sex? What else she asked? Like, it was just back to back, like OD. So then that's when I started realizing, like, okay, this is Tokyo putting 20 on 10, but I feel like the producers probably put a bug in her ear. And then at the same time, again, Tokyo Toni is extremely intelligent. And I said in either the review or say it with me, the watch along on Patreon, I said it in one of the videos that Tokyo Toni puts on, because that's what helps her make money. Like, literally, let me show you an example of what I mean. Let me show you a perfect example of what I mean.
Hey, good morning. So y'all,
because the new Gen Z generation love Tokyo Toni, but for all the wrong reasons, and that's why people love her. Like this right here, right? Tokyo Toni being in her control era. Oh yes, ma'am. This is a video that's been going viral the last few days, and everybody's just been taking this and saying, "Oh, Tokyo Toni is in her SZA era," or "That's not Tokyo Toni, baby. This is." Instead of Keke Palmer, baby, this is SZA. Or, you know, people doing memes basically of the video and saying, oh, she on her way to go curse somebody out. Hey, shut up, SZA.
But it's just a quick video I had just. Okay. And then matter of fact, you know what? Let's take it on over to TikTok. Just so we can see some further examples for people that don't really have Tokyo Toni on their algorithm.
Hi, welcome to my channel. Which of you are going to today? Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hi, which of you are going to today?
Can I do what?
Which of you are going to today?
I don't know what you said, but can I get a sweet tea?
Hi, welcome to my channel. Which of you are going to today?
Stand on business. Bitch, I sit on business. I'm not standing up for no hoes. No ovations do you get from me, bitch. I sit on business, bitch. You stand on that shit. Stand on business. That's a starter, girl.
What tea? What did you just say? A what? What is this? Sweet? Let me check. I can't understand nothing you saying, girl. How you get this job? I'm wondering. How'd you get a fucking job? You can't. Perfect. Hey, have a good day. Y'all can keep that trash there. Thank you.
So wait. And then she drives off with Doja Cat blasting in the background. So as you can see, ghetto trash. Okay, but Gen Z loves that. Gen Z loves that about Tokyo Toni. It's so wrong that it's right. It still technically isn't politically right, but it's so wrong that it's right. And so we kind of just love that about her, even though really, honestly, and truly, nobody will want Tokyo Toni as their mother. Nobody will want her as a family member. And everybody can also pretty much recognize how she is just a terrible person, honestly and truly. But that's what pushed her to stardom, honestly, because a couple of years ago, nobody really cared about her. She was like a laughing stock, a meme. You know, if in regards to Tokyo Toni, people would always be like, I'm trying to get the, wait, what is it? I'm trying to get the F up out of here ASAP. Or something like that. Whatever that meme is from the Blac Chyna show on Zeus, whatever. My point is that Tokyo was a laughing stock. She was a meme. Now she's a meme because she's still a laughing stock, but she plays into it now. And so she does a lot of those types of TikToks. I think half of it really is her, but then at the same time, you know, she knows this is what the people want to see. She knows that, you know, by her posting her number on live or her going live and, you know, allowing people on, they're going to drag it. They're going to, she's going to ask for money or they're going to send her money. Like she plays into all of that because it's all a part of the Tokyo Toni character. Okay. But she's very, very intelligent. She's somebody that you can sit down and discuss like super deep stuff with. Like a lot of the stuff that, you know, some of y'all have been asking me to talk about on my channel. I could easily sit down and do a podcast with Tokyo Toni about that stuff because her views are crazy. Like, and she'll say a lot of meme worthy stuff and just a lot of off the wall, you know, under the cuff shit. But like every once in a while, she'll drop a gem, a nugget to let you know, okay, there actually is a person in there with like a decent brain that's actually using that brain. But then she'll go right back to, you know, clouding it up. You know, look, what they say, a broken clock is wrong, right? At least twice a day. Child, same thing with Jaguar Wright. She throws a lot of the stuff at the wall to see what sticks. But if you stick through what she's saying and get through the chaos and all the dramatics, some of the stuff that she says is very intelligent as well. So, you know, that's Tokyo's whole persona. Okay, so when it comes back to, you know, dealing with this whole situation with the game, that's why I say I started feeling like producers either told Tokyo or she knew I'm gonna be me, I'm gonna be this character. Hell, that's why they hired me. And it started feeling like an act. Okay, I said all of that to say that for me, it started feeling like an act. An act inspired by who she really is. You know what I'm saying? And I guess here's the best way to explain it. So those of y'all that have been following me for the longest time, y'all know that, especially during Baddies East and Baddies West, I used to go up for Punch and New Boy and talk about them every episode. Okay, every episode, right? But then during Baddies Caribbean, I don't really, speak. I mean, if they in a camera shot, then I'm like, oh, that cute. Oh, hey, or whatever. But I don't go up like I used to. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't go up, like I used to. And because I just lost my train of thought. Chad, I just lost my train of thought. I just lost my train of thought. But I guess what I was trying to say, where I was about to go with that, is the fact that yeah, I just got tired of doing it. Like it was just like, girl, like, you know what I mean? Because that was just a whole, part of the whole cheesy thing or whatever. But it was just like, okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm just saying, like, I can look at Tokyo and I can feel like she's truly attracted to the game. It's just, and she's intelligent, but like, she got to know how it's coming off with wanting to F you. But then again, that's her brand to be like, I wouldn't expect anything less. She's going around and literally cursing people out. Like, that's what she does for a living. She goes around cursing people out. People tip her. She gets paid as an Uber driver. She's cursing people out, eating their food, eating it. Like that's her thing. So I don't really know if I expect morals when it comes to how she performed on that show. I just know I was looking through it, as somebody who's, kind of like put 20 on 10, just to make like a good entertaining video. I saw it through it. Okay, that's my whole point. So apparently Blac Chyna responded. So let's go ahead and get into that. Okay, so Tokyo Toni, Carlissa, and Tia recently teamed up for their. Okay, girl, we already know what that's about. They stirred up a major debate among fans. Okay, Tokyo claimed that the rapper slept with her daughter, Blac Chyna. She then proceeded to flirt with him, earning her a serious side eye from viewers. While it's unclear whether or not Tokyo was serious about her advances, many think she shouldn't have even been speaking about her daughter's sex life in the first place. Also, too, let me say something before I forget, because this is what also adds to why I felt like Tokyo Toni was just playing a character and putting 20 on 10. And again, inspired by real events, like, you can still want to mess with somebody. Like, you can still want to F them. That's how I felt about New Boy and Punch and Big John. I wanted to mess out of them, right? But like, still, it wasn't that deep, if that makes sense. Like, in real life, it wasn't that deep, but like, for like viewership and for like entertainment purposes, it seems like it's that deep, if that makes sense. Kind of the same thing with Tokyo in the game. It's very clear she's attracted to the game, and she would if she could. But was she going to? That's where it gets messy, because she has not been the bestest mother to Blac Chyna. So that's where it gets kind of messy, because we've seen Chyna like go crazy and go ballistic over the fact that her relationship with Tokyo Toni, like literally the entire reality show that Blac Chyna did, they was going at it. That's why they was going at it in that kitchen scene where she told her, "I'm ready to get the F up ASAP." Like, so I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about that part, but I can still see putting 20 on 10 for the purposes of being on TV. I get that part. Also, too, I knew that she was married. That's something that has been out there in the streets for at least a year or two now, that she was married. And again, it's just too many blurry lines, because it's just like, what morals, what ethics when it comes to the whole Tokyo Toni brand, right? So I don't know, but I was more so concerned about the game not bringing up the fact that he is the baby father to Shawnice Lozada's baby. Like that's what I was worried about. Evelyn's daughter. Okay, you want to talk about my Zora? You want to talk about my Zora, Jackie? Now I got a Zora. Okay, my Zora has a Zora, and you're not about to talk about my Zora or my Zora, Jackie. Okay, listen. Oh, Jackie next season she probably about to light a fire up Evelyn. Now that she know that Shawnice is with the game. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, but that was one thing that they failed to mention during the episode. And so that was another thing that had me side eyeing, like, okay, there's some production foolery going on that I feel like they all in on or whatever, because Tokyo Toni kept trying to ask and get that out of him. And I wanted an answer, but the game basically, dodged the question. And so that's again what made me feel like they putting 20 on 10, or they purposely not asking stuff, or they purposely being sexual to divert from what's really going on. Because notice, anytime it was time to ask something real, like point blank, in case they started talking about Diddy, and the game gave his typical ninja answer, where because ninjas don't hold each other accountable, but that's okay because neither do women. Neither of y'all do. Barbershops and salons are just as toxic as each other. Okay, both enabling. Conversation for another day. But the ninja was sitting there not taking any type of accountability or responsibility, and didn't even want to answer the question because of his allegiance and ties and all of that within the industry and whatnot. And the second that he had a chance to go a little bit deeper, because I think it was Carlissa that was like, okay, but what if that was your child or something like that? The second that they was about to go deeper, Tokyo Toni immediately cut in with the sexual questions. And so I don't know. By that point, it just felt like, okay, it's given, yeah, let's put 20 on 10 to make good TV, but then at the same time, are we diverting from stuff? Like, is there certain stuff that he does not want to talk about? So that's why we keep bringing up sex. Like, it just, I don't know. It just felt real contrived. But again, with the lines being so blurred and messy between Tokyo's character and her in real life and her real relationship with Blac Chyna, anything is possible. Now, the article says, while it's unclear whether or not Tokyo was serious about her advances, many think that she shouldn't have been speaking about her daughter's sex life in the first place. Moreover, she's now being accused of coming onto the rapper out of jealousy and being called out for being shady towards her own child. Mind you, this is not the first time that Tokyo has gotten called out for her treatment of Chyna, because she's always come off like that type of parent that is jealous of their own child, or that they hate their child. That's exactly how she's come off. Even that interview that she did with Megan, that I did a whole let's see if I can find it. I did a whole video on it. She did an interview with Megan. Girl, shut up. Let me see. Megan Tokyo. Where's it at? I don't know if this is it, but it's somewhere on my channel, child. I don't know if that's it, but it's somewhere on my channel. It is somewhere on my channel. Go and check that out. But I did a whole video on the Megan and Tokyo Toni interview. And even in that, Megan was trying to tell Tokyo Toni, about her mommy issues and how she was scared to sit down with her because, Tokyo Toni clearly had issues at the time with Blac Chyna and all of that. And the way that all of that ended with Tokyo Toni leaking Megan's number and threatening to beat her up, and like, it was crazy. So I say all of that to say this is not the first time that Tokyo Toni has been accused of being hateful and spiteful and jealous of her child. But the article says fans think that Blac Chyna may have shared her own take on the matter recently, suggesting that she wasn't too thrilled by her mom's apparent disrespect. I've also said in the past that they should not even have a relationship. I've done videos on that. I don't even understand why Blac Chyna took her back into her life. Like, I guess Angela felt like, okay, I'm going through this whole spiritual metamorphosis, and that means it's time to let go and forgive. And you can do all of that, but do that on your own. The spiritual transformation is for you. That's a personal thing. That's a solo mission. That's not for everybody else. So when God is coming in and trying to elevate your life, that doesn't mean, okay, well, let me open up that door and go back and try to bring everybody with. No, baby. This is a plane ticket for one. You're ascending to new heights. If they are meant to go where you're going, then trust. They'll be there by the time you get there if they aren't already there. But it's not your job while you're on the plane ascending to new heights to try and stop the plane to go back to the airport and try to no. That literally makes no sense. Like, imagine you're on a plane going to Hawaii, someplace you've never been. You on a plane, literally up in the skies, but then you try to do any and everything to stop the plane, to go back to the airport, to get in the Uber, go home, grab 2 people, bring them back with you, and then what? That's not. And just like that example, when you do stuff like that, it only delays your progress. It only delays your success. It only delays what's meant for you. Because now your ass got to book a new flight. May not even be a flight for another 2 weeks. Like, you understand how like things become complicated? So like, yeah, let that be a life lesson. And I said that when in regards to Blac Chyna, a spiritual journey is for you. Just because your life is improving and changing and this, that, and the third, it doesn't mean let's go back and forgive everybody that's toxic in my life. No. And also, too, another point that a lot of people don't say, because we now live in a love and light type of world, and everybody want to be fake deep and use all of these trigger buzzwords that they think they know the meanings of and whatnot. Part of healing is actually going back into experiences, or more so the real world, and then seeing how you've healed, because now you got to put it into effect. But that doesn't mean unblocking toxic people. That's not what that means. That's not what that means. Okay? You'll know when you've healed or you're healing when you've already done the healing and now you're in new situations and you're faced with a situation that is familiar to an old situation, and you have the choice either to get triggered or react differently. That's when you'll know you're like fully on your way to being healed. Because that's the part that a lot of people skip over. That's the last step that a lot of people skip over, like the step of experiencing. Okay. Angela says, I'm not for the drama. I'm not for the disrespect. She told fans on Instagram Live. Okay, so she actually went live. She says, peace and love to everybody. Obviously, it's unconfirmed whether or not she was referencing her mother's podcast comments, but either way, it appears as though she's not looking to get involved in any of the drama that should have come out. What do you think of Tokyo Toni? Oh, child. So, I mean, ain't no reason to really drag it out. I mean, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much what happened. I didn't even expect this video to be that long. Wait, let me do one quick thing before I get my closing thoughts.
You ain't nothing to see, a little Mr. Child Dinner ain't nothing to me. Why so serious? I like girls, I'm curious.
Girl, it's 1 minute in, and this song is all we've heard has been this. But the song is goddamn 2 minutes and 50 seconds, and already it's been playing for a minute, and all we heard has been this. Mariah Lynn, at what point you gonna come on?
And she's still talking.
She's still talking.
I walk into. I really want to have fun this season. I feel like a lot of people misjudged me because,
AKA that petition.
Why you keep getting in the way? Why you keep getting in the way?
He looking at her like, because you getting beat up. Slim. They not getting in the way, Slim. They trying to save you.
But y'all
sure
looking
you
at me.
okay. We're just making sure you okay.
I'm okay.
All right, we're making sure Auntie is
Yeah.
okay. That's all.
You need some more
We
tea in
ain't
your
here-
cup.
Listen,
What the is this?
No, because it ain't no tea in her cup. We already know that it is brown liquor. Talking about tea in a cup. Maybe they should have called this the Aunt Hennessy podcast. Maybe they should have called it that. The Aunt Malt Liquor podcast. The Aunt Colt 45. The Aunt Corona.
I'm about 6'5".
Oh my God, I'm wet. Yeah, I'm wet. You know what? Because being at this not YouTube, and we could do what we want. Girl, that shit look like it'll open you up. Oh my God, that's a can of biscuits in his briefs. Ciao. Yeah, I'm done with the video. I love each and every one of y'all, allegedly. And HC audio. I'm really thinking about starting my story time podcast. I mean, it's an idea I've been sitting with forever, but I'm not gonna hold y'all. I really, really, really have been wanting to do like an official podcast since 2021, but someday, and someday soon. At the rate that things are going, someday soon. I just want a setup. I want an actual setup. Like for me, I'm all about production and value, and I'm not about to call a regular, what looks like a regular YouTube video, a podcast. I'm not doing that. No. So, I need the whole studio setup shebang. Ain't even got to rent out a studio. Could literally, fix up a bedroom. But you understand what I'm saying. So I'll figure that part out. But as far as my Storytime podcast, that's something I've honestly wanted to do since I started Storytimes back in 2016. But back then, nobody was trying to hear it about having a Storytime podcast. Like I kept trying it. Nobody wanted to hear about it. They wanted the visuals, but now y'all are a lot more receptive because a good 98% of the time I'm not on camera. So y'all are used to this now, and plus there's a lot of faceless channels and whatnot out there. So, it helps. But judging from the votes and whatnot that I've been getting on the community tab, it's something that, I'm really, really like, kind of like, okay, now that I know that y'all would actually be okay with that, I'm going to start, thinking about some stuff because I have so many notes saved from over the last few years that literally all I got to do is just kind of update it just a little bit and put it into effect. But I have like detailed plots, all of that. Okay. So, I don't want to announce anything. Because there's nothing really to announce as of yet, but just stay tuned because that could very well just be a thing, soon. But for now, I just want to make sure we getting this content out there on YouTube, that the Patreon girls are satisfied and getting their content. And let me say this before I end this video: I keep asking y'all raggedy hoes on Patreon. I keep asking y'all hoes what content y'all want to see, and so far it's been only 5 people that has responded. Like, girl. Okay, listen, if you just want me to do that one baddies watch along video a month and you want to keep paying, I'm totally down with that. Okay, let's work for me. Okay, but I need some of y'all raggedy hoes to finish writing on my post and letting me know what y'all want to see. Okay, because YouTube is for me. YouTube is about what I want to do, and I can change it up at any moment. But on Patreon, that's where it's more of a collective thing, and I give the girls what they want because hell, y'all paying for it, and I want that check to keep coming. Like, what are you talking about? I'm dead ass. So, I love each and every one of y'all. Thank you to everybody that has been supporting the Patreon. It truly does mean a lot to me. It's been blowing up like crazy. I love it. Thank you. The channel's doing well. So, yeah. Once I feel like these 2 things is, at a stable rate, then we'll start introducing some more stuff. Okay. But that Storytime podcast idea is something that I've been sitting on, like I said, since 2016, but more recently and actively since 2021. So don't be surprised if I pop up one day and I'm like, oh, the Sky Santana show, the Sky Santana project, or whatever I choose to name it. Because it's time for me to start doing some story times for y'all. Because y'all need it. Y'all need it bad. Okay. So I'll keep y'all tuned on all that. Girl, like the video, go stream the music, book a reading on the website, thealanasouls.com, and I'll see y'all hoes in the next one.
I'm bad, I'm pretty, hot to ditty. Big ass shape, any sick ass city. Pussy on fire, cause she stay giving kitty. Bring the whole town and every time I'm in your city. I'm the bitch that you wanna be round. See, I'm the bitch, I'm the one with the crown. And I'm the bitch bringing cake by the pound. Have me on my knees every day, Blige, bitch, I'm going down. Deadly ass top, though, game is a killer. Stomach is available to be a babysitter. No need to be shy, put the thing up in it. Nothing wrong with a late night dinner, nigga. Shake that thing in the middle. Ass so fat, it tastes like Skittles. Turn the shit around and watch how I giggle. You better work, notice ass back now, wiggle. Shake that thing in the middle. Ass so fat, it tastes like Skittles. Turn the shit around.